Welcome back to Live from the Artist Room, live stream concert series,
where we bring intimate performances from artists around the globe straight to you.
We bring you a live show every 2 weeks, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our upcoming shows.
And if you ever do miss a show, you can head to our YouTube channel and watch all of our performances anytime.
My name is Meghan Mahoney, and I am a Sacramento-based music industry professional. I'm passionate about supporting artists and providing fans with the best possible experience from management and marketing to live production.
And I am Nikki Sounds, an artist, producer, and founder of Pink Room Production, which provides creative and business development resources for music makers and music industry professionals. And we are actually powering today's event.
We created this series as a platform to support female artists during a tough time when really no other performance opportunities were available. And then we wanted to take things a step further to learn more about each artist via an intimate Q&A session from their own home.
And we are partnering with Femwinism, the idea of loving to see a female win, who is a nonprofit organization that supports women's by the means of virtual Win with Women networking sessions, daily Instagram features, and we are going to be raising money for the Femwinism Scholarship and Grant Fund today, which supports women by the means of arts and entertainment, health and wellness, and entrepreneurship.
We have an amazing lineup of artists for you today, including Sam Johnston, Moon Magic, and Daena. Our show will feature a set from each artist, followed by their Q&A session, hosted by myself. Up first, we have Sam Johnston, a classic rock and blues singer, songwriter, and guitarist from Ontario, Canada. She vibes with old school jams, but draws influence from a variety of different genres. Her single, Thought You Couldn't Hurt Me, Babe, is out now, and she has an EP on the way, so be sure to follow her on social media to keep up with all of the updates. Please enjoy Sam Johnston.
Please come quick, 'cause I got something to admit. I met a man out in the sticks, a good old miss. He drove a Series 10 Cadillac and horse and gun on his lip. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down the 61 early July, white as a cotton field and sharp as a knife. Heard him howling as he passed me by, and he said, I know you, young man. I know you by the state in your hands. You're a six-string picker, just as I am. Let me show you some. I know a few turns make all the girls dance. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down the 61 early July, white as a cotton field and sharp as a knife. Heard him howling as he passed me by. Foolish, was I. Damn my foolish eyes. 'Cause that man's lessons had a price, a sweet price, a sweet soul everlasting, my very own eternal life. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? I saw him driving down the 61 early July, white as a cotton field and sharp as a knife. Heard him howling as he passed white as a cotton field and sharp as a knife. Heard him howling as he passed me by. Nowhere to go but ahead on the trail. My knees have been knocking, my bones are all frail. But he cracked knuckles, chippewy whites, feeling dead in the daytime, alive in the night. There's a hole in my soul and it's starting to spread. I'm beginning to realize it ain't just in my head. Smoking stale cigarettes, dragging my shoes. Don't know how to cure these rotten blues. Ooh, my world's cooling down, so I'm sitting at this bar stool ready to drown in bourbon or beer, whatever you got. 'Cause my world is crumbling down. soul on fire, and I really had my fun. Goodbye to playboys, those hey boys. Goodbye to everyone but you, my love. No more heartache, no more heartbreak, and I swear by the stars above, will on my heart, my love, my soul. I miss you, darling, from now on. But now you set my soul on fire, and I really had my fun.
Alrighty, and here we have with us Sam Johnston, who just played an awesome set for us. Hey Sam, how's it going today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your music, where you're from, what are you about? Give us a little bit of information about yourself.
All right, so I'm Sam Johnston. I'm from Canada, about an hour north of Toronto. I'm in school for music, trying to get a degree in music therapy. And I play mainly kind of old school heavy blues. I've got some old school country in there too. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. So what has this quarantine time looked like for you? Has it been a good time to focus on music? Not so much. Some people felt a little stifled creatively. How has it helped or hindered you during this time?
Yeah, it's been a really good time to practice, and I've been recording an EP, so it's been a really good time for that.
Cool.
But yeah, I haven't really been doing anything necessarily creative. I found that hard because, I mean, nothing's going on around me, so
Right.
I haven't really been writing songs or anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get the creative juices flowing when there's no really experience to like base it off of. I could see that, just
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So selection of songs for us during your set. Can you tell us a little bit about how you picked those songs you wanted to play and why you picked the ones you did?
Yeah. So the first one was Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. That's by Coulter Wall. I believe he's Canadian. He's a young guy. And that's just the most recent song that I've learned.
Okay.
So I wanted to I haven't played that for anyone yet, so I wanted to get that out there.
Nice.
The second song, that's a song I wrote. It's called Rotten Blues. That's going to be on my EP.
Awesome.
That's probably the first song I've ever written. I wrote that 2 years ago. And I think it's my favorite song of mine, so I wanted to put that in there.
Nice.
And then the third song is called Soul on Fire. I really like the Beth Hart version, but I put that in there because the original version is by a woman named Laverne Baker. And she's a 1950s kind of Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
So just because of all the Black Lives Matter stuff coming to light right now, I've seen a lot of people kind of trying to honor Black culture and broadcast that. So I cover a lot of songs by Black female artists, but I wanted to choose one of those and throw that in there.
Awesome. Yeah, it's such an important time to kind of, like you said, honor these, valuable works that have been contributed to our, musical library by these amazing Black musicians. And I love that you're able to kind of bring that to light. And, every little step is a little step in the right direction. So thanks so much for, helping out. And we love the support. We're all here for it. And like I said, it's just such an important time to be able to highlight those things. So I love that so much.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for that EP. That's going to be exciting. Do you have any dates or anything yet set for it, or is that kind of yet to come?
So I've already released a single about a month ago. And I'm just putting the finishing touches on everything. So I don't have an exact date yet, just because everything's a little thrown off from COVID. But it should be out within a month. So
cool. Awesome.
really
We'll have
exciting.
to keep an eye on your social media and stuff to keep up with that and when the release is coming.
Yeah. For
Nice. So for your singles and your EP and your kind of music as a whole, where do you draw your inspiration from?
So my main inspiration has always been just like old school blues, heavy blues. You know, I really love like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Cream, and then like all female artists and anyone with a raspy voice, you know, Janis Joplin, stuff like that. And then also just like way back to like 1930s blues. And like I said before, like a lot of like Black female artists who haven't really gotten the credit they deserve.
Yeah.
And then a couple years ago, I started listening to Billie Eilish, who I've also kind of gotten a lot of inspiration from. I really like her idea of tying the aesthetic in with her sound. So that's kind of tied in and made my sound a little bit more modern in the past 2 years.
Nice. That's nice that you kind of have a combination of kind of like old historical important figures, but then kind of have that like new sprinkle of like aesthetic and, you know, kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily say pop music because I don't really get like a pop music vibe from your music, but just kind of like little tidbits like that.
Thanks. Yeah, I feel like it's like all tied together really well for me.
Yeah, totally. So like, are those some of the artists that you're listening to on a daily basis? Do you tend to like stick to that kind of like blues, like rock genre with, I mean, now you said a little bit of Billie Eilish, which kind of is a different category. What kind of music are you listening to on a daily basis?
My music taste is really eclectic. I'm like a big believer in don't knock it till you try it. I try and listen to as much music as possible. So I actually really love metal, like thrash metal, just the classics like Pantera, Megadeth, and then old school country like Hank Williams, all the old school blues that I can find, and then classic rock. Since I discovered Billie Eilish, I've been trying to give new artists like a chance.
Yeah.
I've been kind of finding a lot more music through that just by not turning my nose up at it.
Right.
So I found Coulter Wall, the guy who sang the song I covered, and Tyler Childers is a really good new artist as well. So
tell us a little bit about the music scene where you live. What's it like for artists? Have you played many gigs? And like what kind of genres of music come through there? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I have played a few gigs in my town. It's a really small town, 30,000 people.
Okay.
This year was supposed to be my big year for gigs, so everything's been canceled. But there's actually a really strong, despite like the low numbers of people, there's such a strong like arts and music scene in my town. Nice. There's the bands that would come through the one local bar that really does live music are like folk, blues, indie kind of stuff. But there's always one-offs. Like I've seen metal shows there and stuff like that. And for the amount of people in my town, there's like a really high proportion of really talented musicians. And we all kind of know each other. Pre-COVID, I host a weekly open mic at the local downtown bar.
Oh, nice.
And like almost every night it's packed from 9 to midnight, and everyone kind of meets and knows each other and kind of feeds off each other's musical taste. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. And kind of speaking about like art and stuff, you have a lot of art up in your room. When you were playing, there's like a Grateful Dead poster behind you. It's like some greenery and stuff. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you have up and like what they mean to you.
Yeah, well, the Grateful Dead poster, my whole family is like huge Grateful Dead fans, so that's kind of like the stuff I grew up with. It's my comforting music that reminds me of my family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've got a couple skateboards on my wall.
Oh, nice.
This one's my dad's 1970
awesome.
Tony Alva skateboard. So and then I've got like It's all Grateful Dead posters, basically. I got an Iron Maiden poster on the floor, flattening out because it got ripped. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of Grateful Dead stuff.
Yeah. That's nice because it, kind of like you were saying when you got your start with the guitar, kind of via family, having those posters up that elicit those feelings of like comfort and familiarity and, love, I'm sure just kind of help foster your creativity and like having those little like relics like your dad's old skateboard and stuff kind of seem to like feed into that same vibe, and I'm sure just kind of help get the creative juices flowing in like a way that is proactive toward you and your music.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I like having my room set up like so it looks really nice. It makes me want to be creative and like get things done.
Yeah, absolutely makes such a big difference.
Yeah, totally.
Speaking of like wanting to get things done, what does your music look like day to day? Do you tend to like schedule out your practice or when you want to play, or do you just kind of play whenever you're feeling it?
Yeah, I play whenever I'm feeling it. I've got like some days I'll just play scales, or some days I'll just try and learn a song, or some days I'm just like messing around, jamming with stuff, or trying to write a song. It's just really whatever I feel like. I've tried to do like the whole schedule thing, and it doesn't work for me because I just can't be productive that way.
Where can people go to connect with you and keep up with your music and look for those releases and all the new great things that you have coming for you?
So that is all on my Instagram. I haven't started like a Facebook page yet or anything. But yeah, I try and post everything on my Instagram and like keep that up to date.
Awesome. Are you on Spotify or SoundCloud, Apple Music, anything like that yet?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so my single's on all streaming platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple Music. This distributor even put like it on YouTube with like just a picture of the album artwork. So
awesome.
It's everywhere.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing a little bit about yourself with us today, Sam. And we look forward to that EP and hearing all of the new great things that you have coming out soon.
Damn, Sam got soul. Thank you, Sam, so much for sharing your talent and for taking the time to recognize the Black woman behind some of those songs. They don't always get the recognition that they deserve.
Yes, absolutely. And be sure to head to our Instagram page to see what live shows coming up. And don't forget about that EP too. She's going to be posting updates on her Instagram, so definitely go follow to keep up with all of that good stuff. And her tip jar link is down in the description, so please head there to throw a couple dollars. All of these artists need it during this really tough time.
And also, please check out the description below for that Femwinism donation link. They also support women during this time. It is a tough time for artists, people that are trying to get their education, those that need help in their health and wellness areas. So please check that out and share some love if you can.
Now it's time to head to our next performer. And next we have for you Moon Magic, hailing from Sacramento, California. This independent hip-hop artist uses her platform as a form of raw expression while shedding light on important current social and political topics. She has a new single out called My Ex Hatred, available on all platforms. Definitely go check that out. Her new website is live at moonmagicflows.com and has links to all of her amazing creations. This girl does it all. Here we are with Moon Magic.
Welcome to Moon Magic's world. Thank you for tuning in, and big shout out to Femwinism. Let's rock it. No, no, no. Da da da. Oh, oh. Blessing me up, oh, blessing me up, yeah. Blessing me up, oh, blessing me up, yeah. Blessing me up, oh, blessing me up. Potatoes chopped up, put them in the oil. Flowers, they bloom, come from the soil. Plans fall apart, restart with your heart. Don't reciprocate hate, fatal what they make, Reclaim your mind, reclaim your time, Reclaim your shine, reclaim the storyline, yeah. Reclaim your power, empower your sisters and friends. Leaving gems never dead end, nah. This is where the story begins, yeah, we growing within. Making amends, learning to balance things, healthy energy. yeah. I just wanna see my whole fam shining, My whole fam climbing, yeah, my whole fam flying. Yeah, we ain't buying all that hate, babe. I give thanks and wait. Creator is great, bigger than me, learning to let it be, blessing me up, ooh, blessing me up, yeah, blessing me up, ooh, blessing me up, yeah, blessing me up, ooh, blessing me up, yeah. Yeah, you blessing me up. How's it going out there? Instagram universe and beyond. It's your sis, the mashed potato, Moon Magic. My name's Moon Magic. I'm a hip hop artist. Thank you, Femwinism, for having me on your platform today. I stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and the movements happening across our country at this time. I want to share a little bit of my story with y'all with this next song, so just rock with me a little bit. Da do 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 do, da
GC on the track, boy.
Too fly, no I spy. Keep it bad juju to yourself. Vibe so high, my divine guides chilling by my side. Call me devil spawn. Used to be a weak con, just for fools to gaze upon. So long roses not always red. Some just left for dead. Wilting in the bed, her body piped by his lead. Many days left in dread. PTSD in her head, misused and confused, pursued only as a muse. They say she too profuse. This bitch on the loose. Someone get her a leash. Tear her down for you appease. Oh please. Mary Magdalene. They bagged her in, then they bragged upon their sin. Now roses not always red. Sometimes they're blue. But we grew and we grew. Yeah, baby, roses not always red. Sometimes they're blue. But we grew and we grew. Yeah, see these words. They done had me all locked up, told me not to give a fuck. My body be the truck and we bangin', we slangin', we playin' and slaying. Temptation awaiting, I'm fading away, fading away. I feel so out of place, feel trapped with my fate. It's too easy to escape and it's way too late to go back. Replace these memories, fill in those missing gaps. Put the blues up in my raps. Come on baby, just clap with me. Say it's okay to be when it's not okay to be. My soul like Janet sing and pop and feel it bling like Kanye and Jay-Z. Just rock with me like I'm Cardi B. Come on, rock with me like we a family. I said rock with me like I'm Cardi B. Come on, rock with me like we a family. Oh, roses aren't always red. Sometimes they're blue. But we grew and we grew. Yeah. So many nights it took me just to get right here. So many nights of fear I had to steer. So many nights that still feel unclear. But we grew and we grew. Yeah. Yeah, we grow and we grow. Yeah, we grow and we grow through the unknown. Yeah, we still grow. Yeah, we still grow. Just grow. Just grow. Just grow. Just grow. Just grow. Just grow. Yeah. Just rock with me like I'm Cardi B. Come on, rock with me like we a family. Come on, rock with me like I'm Cardi B. Yeah. Again, my name is Moon Magic. I'm a hip hop artist, MC. You can find me at Moon Magic Flows on Instagram. moonmagicflows.com is my website. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Shout out to Femwinism. Alright, this next song is called The Great Escape. Lucy in the sky with diamonds, my mind bends. doing back ends off the deep end. These thoughts come and go, they tug at my soul. Holes in the soul, feeling out control like I'm going ballistic off the 80. I'm faded, they tryna play me, you looking shady. I'm slim, but what made me was the white in the eye, the lesson in the crack. Yup, we in the circus, I'm understanding my purpose, tryna work it, but it's working me, just tryna be the best of me. But they testing me, compressing me to a screen. We just lost on the ship, call me the pirate. Where the rebels at? We taking over this bitch, call me the tyrant. Nothing but witches in my clique, and you know we the shit, Flashy goals, and we go, where the sea blows, just looking for home, Freedom from this dome, cause it's too much. A little cushion, a little bit of touch, It's just another day, just wanna be a kid, just wanna play today. Lay away in a playhouse I made of clay. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Run away, let's seize the day. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Let's run away, just seize the day. Everything's just changing so fast, trying to gather up the pictures, make the memories last. Every day I choose to be brave, is every day I speak life to my name. Ooh, nah, I gotta keep on going, keep on growing, keep on learning, keep it burning. Every time I be stuck in that rut, the fire in my gut keep me going. Yeah, oh baby, it's the great escape. Run away, let's seize the day. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Let's run away, just seize the day. Yeah. Get deep, weep, leap, rinse, repeat. Get deep, weep, leap, rinse, repeat. With this hip hop, he. Many centuries ago, I learned this flow. Came back to the dome when they sent me down below. Said they needed a like mind of my kind. Gave me clear instructions and said you'd understand in time, You coming on your prime, just keep on that grind. Just keep on that shine, let that bad shit fly, baby. Be the apple of your own eye. Respect your own mind, your own light. You divide, it's beautiful in the black and the blue, in all of the hues from all that we grew. They stole our inner truths and they gave us poison fruit, so I won't choose to drink from your snake's juice. You know what I mean? People out here giving you poison, so I won't choose to drink from your snake's juice. Keep that ish away from me. No baby, no baby, no. Yeah. Everything's just changing so fast, trying to gather up the pictures, make the memories last. Everything's just changing so fast, trying to gather up the pictures, make the memories last. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Let's run away, just seize the day. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Let's run away, just seize the day. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Run away, let's seize the day. Oh baby, it's the great escape. Run away, just seize your day. Yeah, seize your day. Yeah. Alright, this is my last song. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hope y'all are having a good evening wherever you're tuning in from. And let's keep it rocking. Again, you can follow me at Moon Magic Flows, Instagram and Facebook, moonmagicflows.com. Shout out to Theater Mutiny. He's on this track. It goes like this. Yeah, you know, no. 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 Yeah, you know, we here to grow. We here to grow. Oh, yeah, you know. We here to grow, we here to grow. I be fresh to death, spirit over flesh. Rockin' Nikes, used to rock, only pay less attention to the masses. These fascists outlandish, my spirit eternal. Creation outlast. I'm the California kid with them old school raps. Cut the noise and relax, peep the vibes and facts. Matrix outdated, ice cloudy, sedated. Blue pill or red, we the walking dead. We in the valley of the shadow of death. Call me the wicked witch of the west. The tower, our test, it's the breath of life, it's the blessed. This be ceremony, I ain't no phony. You don't know me, 90% of media owned by 6 corporations. So cut your strings, it's the power of the nations. All my relations do rise, all relations will rise, rise, rise. Yeah, you know, yeah, you know, no, no, no. Yeah, you know, no. Yeah, you know, no. Yeah, you know, no. We here to grow, just grow. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
All right, joining us next, we have Moon Magic. How are you doing today, Moon?
I'm doing good. Grateful to be here. Thank you for this opportunity to share.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing your art with us. You know, we just love supporting female artists, and we're so excited that you were wanting to be a part of our project with us. So where are you joining us from today? Tell us, like you're in like some kind of studio. Tell us a little bit about the significance of your location.
Yes, I'm joining you from Sacramento, California. And right now you are in my closet studio.
Nice.
It's a significant location because it's where I create most of my music. It has been kind of like that sacred space that I've built for myself to be able to kind of go into myself and into my art. And everything that I basically record is in here.
Awesome. Have you been doing a lot of recording during this quarantine time? I know everyone's kind of shut up at home, but some people have found it harder to create. How have you been holding up? What does music looks like for you during this time?
I have been creating a lot. It kind of goes into different spurts, you know, like where I will create a lot and then maybe pause and kind of take in a lot of information. You know, everything that has been happening and has been going on is a lot to process, and a lot of processing for me is through music and art. So I did create this Quarantine Butterfly mixtape project, which is all music that was created during quarantine, and was me just really speaking about kind of what I was processing during the time, what I've been processing. And I'm working on another mixtape titled The Work that is very similarly themed around the riots and what's going on politically, and with the Black Lives Matter movement. And so, yeah, it's been a really amazing opportunity to be able to do a lot of the artistic work, internal work, and things that, you know, a lot of times we just don't have time for. It took some adjusting, but, you know, I'm a pretty introverted person, and have been really grateful for the time to be able to create and just kind of take those internal inventories overall.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, like you said, music is such a powerful way to process things. It's amazing that you're able to use that as a resource for yourself, especially with everything going on. I noticed your sweater, amazing stuff. Yep.
Shout out to Hip Hop for Change. Hip Hop for Change is an organization in the Bay Area, and they teach the youth, and they're centered around basically teaching the principles of hip hop and being able to teach youth how to use hip hop to educate themselves and as a way of activism as well, and kind of, you know, educating people about the difference between mainstream hip hop and the origins of hip hop and what it is about. So shout out to them.
Cool. So like, when did you get your start with music? What's your story behind music? How has that like influenced your life? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so music has always been, you know, an important part of my life. My grandmother is in her church choir. She had a piano growing up. My brother was in band when I was younger. You know, I did different like musical things like that. When I was in 6th grade, that's usually around the time that you learn like poetry and stuff. It was a huge turning point because it was the first time I ever really felt like something I could do right. And I remember just really falling in love with it. I created this like band called the Shooting Stars with my friends, and recorded my first song. We didn't record it, we just wrote over Selena's Dreaming of You and did like our own little version with our own you know, lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't really get into music as like a profession or take it seriously as a career until probably about 2017.
Okay.
I came from a low-income community and was the first generation to go to college and complete college. And so, for me, it was kind of like a deciding factor. Like, do I take this leap of faith on something? And music and art as a career was never seen as like a serious vocation.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to make sure, that I was going to be able to support myself after high school, and wanted to do so because my family didn't end up completing college. And so I took the opportunity and went to college and kind of put that on the back burner for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then picked it back up in 2017 and started really taking it serious from then. And then in 2019, I left the traditional classroom. I was a school teacher for 3 years, and have been a full-time artist since then. And, use my teaching credentials to be able to kind of do other things that help me get by, in between as well.
And kind of speaking on that, as we talked about a little bit earlier with the Hip Hop for Change, a lot of your music is kind of politically motivated. Can you tell us a little bit about that connection? And we talked a little bit about like how it helps you process things. Just if you want to elaborate that a little bit more, I'd just love to hear about your thoughts and, how you can use your music as a venue for change.
Yeah. So it's really funny because I wouldn't consider myself a very political person.
Oh, really?
I do have a degree in political science. That's what I studied in college, and multicultural leadership. But my experience was like, as I got kind of more and more into the political system, I was more deterred from it because it just seemed to be there was no way to work within the system to actually get change.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not really like political in the sense of like the left or the right. And so to me, I'm just more about like human rights, and equality. And it's interesting how when you're about human rights and equal rights for all human beings that people think that's political, right?
That's a great point.
But I guess I'm political, and hip hop itself, right? Its history has always been very political. It was a means for Black and brown youth to be able to speak out about what was going on in their communities and to be able to, ask and demand justice and be able to talk about the problems that they were seeing. And so I think it's very important as a hip hop artist to also speak out about the things that I see. And for me, it was the best way for me to do that, having the background, the education background that I have, but not necessarily feeling like I could work within the system in any way. Writing about the things that I'm seeing, is kind of my calling. And I also feel that it's important as artists to be able to speak about the current events that are happening, and make music that, can help push the culture and push whatever is happening in our world forward, right? Because music has that way of like unifying people, or giving you that kind of extra confirmation in those times of turmoil or times of uncertainty, which has been a large portion of this year. And so I love being able to craft my music centered around different things that I'm seeing or I'm learning or that I'm, watching, and then being able to kind of take, they say that a lot of hip hop music in general is about being able to take what you see and then being able to use your individual experience and speak on it as well as the collective experience. As a hip hop artist who's in this body, in a white body, it's even more important for me to be able to find a way to use my privilege and use my experiences to also speak out on the injustices that I see as someone who is a part of a culture that was founded by Black people and brown people, right? And we see that often where, white people will co-opt culture, but not necessarily do the work to actually give back to that culture or to, stand up for the bodies of the people who made up this culture for us, right? That we use, not for us, but that we participate in, right?
Absolutely.
And so as someone who was in the hip hop culture as a youth, as someone who would be in the underground hip hop scene, I saw a lot of that missing. I saw a lot of people who looked like me who didn't necessarily speak on these things. And a lot of times, right, when we see something missing, we're like, oh, I guess I just got to try it, and a lot of times it can be very, I don't always know what to say. I don't always know how to do that work. But I think it's important that we start somewhere, especially in 2020 with everything that's happening. It's more important than ever to just start somewhere, internally as well as externally, speaking out, standing up, taking action in whatever way that means for you as an individual, monetary, going to a protest, volunteering your resources or services, and just doing our part and playing our role in whatever way that is.
You're right. We have to start somewhere, and something is anything, and small steps lead to incremental change. And right now in 2020, it's more important than ever to start taking those steps. For you personally, how has music helped you navigate life's highs and lows?
So much, so like I can't even. So much. I think even as a youth, I grew up in a broken household with a lot of different things that were going on that were hard for me to deal with. A lot of alcoholism and abuse, and being able to just like lock myself in my room, right, which is kind of like quarantine, but lock myself in my room and just be able to write and to sing and to just create, and all of these things has been a thread throughout my entire life. And I've had different times in my life where, as a youth, suicide rates are the highest among the youth, right? And there's been different times in my youth where I've definitely, tried to commit suicide or had a lot of suicidal thoughts. And that's really what led me to this, where I am today, when it got to a point in 2016, 2017, where my mental health was just so deteriorating. I've dealt with anxiety and depression and just, which is a symptom, right? It's a symptom of capitalism. It's a symptom of all these things that we're seeing that we're not able to have a space to process, right?
Right.
That I was just led to being on stage and that being a place where I needed to get it out,
Yeah.
Some of my favorite pieces of music and some of my favorite pieces of art, because I'm also a physical painter,
Oh, nice.
have come from nights where I was like, I literally want to die. Like, I just can't handle it. And I just would just throw paint on something or just start scribbling away. And while I'm like crying, and that's where some of the most beautiful pieces that I love are, some of the nights where I've performed and I've made some of the most meaningful connections have been while, I was going through heartache or, going through moving or going through different changes in my life, and being able to have this place that has also, as somebody who has had, difficult relationships with my biological family, it's also brought me a family in many ways. I've been able to meet with lots of different people who we have the same kind of vibe, same kind of musical, taste, or same kind of interests, or same kind of ways that we look at things because of hip hop. Hip hop is a foundation about, education and unity and being able to speak our truths. And so it's definitely given me family and friends in many ways, and given me an outlet that no matter what I'm going through, it has made me make it through that next day.
So with the gift that you give us with your music, where can we go to keep up with you? Where can we look for your new mixtape? Where can people go and connect? Tell us about some places that we can go check you out.
Yeah, so you can find me at Moon Magic Flows. That is my Instagram. That is my Facebook, Moon Magic Flows. No special letters, just regular Moon Magic Flows. I don't have a Twitter, but Instagram, and I'm really active on Instagram. My Facebook page is connected to my Instagram, so it's pretty connected as well. And then my YouTube channel, I don't have a URL for it yet, but if you Google Moon Magic, you should be able to find it. As well as I have a website, moonmagicflows.com, where you can get linked into all of my social media platforms, and all of my music can be found either at SoundCloud on Moon Magic Flows. That's where my mixtape projects are, because they're not official releases. And then for my official releases, you can find it under Moon Magic on Spotify, iTunes, and all official platforms.
Awesome. We'll have to go check it out. We'll be on the lookout for that next mixtape coming out. And just thank you again for being with us and taking the time to talk and, share your wisdom and your, beautiful words with the world. Everything you said is such important things that people can't hear enough. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. And really looking forward to that next mixtape.
Thank you so much for having me and hosting me on this platform. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Take care. Oh, Moon Magic. She's so dope, so real, so raw. That girl kills it. What an invigorating, intriguing conversation we had too. It was such a pleasure sitting down with her. It's so important that those in white bodies who love hip hop recognize its origin and its roots.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you for being so open with us, Moon, and really sharing about your journey and why music is so important to you. And be sure to show her some love. Her tip jar link is down below. And you know that all artists appreciate it during this time.
Absolutely. And we have one more performer for you today. But before this last performance, we have a message from the Femwinism team where they share what feminism means to them.
What feminism means to me: sisterhood, support, resources.
It has helped me be empowered.
I have found the best support in this group in the last couple of years.
Feeling safe, feeling like you can be yourself, feeling seen and heard.
Feminism is family. Feminism means winning with each other.
I think of collaboration over competition. Listen, we are all in it to win it, and we can all grow and meet each other at the top.
Each woman individually is something special, but all together we are a force of unmeasurable support.
It's a real sense of freedom to be able to finally share your ideas without any intimidations.
The power of knowing who you are. It's the power of embracing where you can help others.
We all have a need and a want and a passion to help others and to love others.
We get to see each other genuinely and honestly. So sisterhood, hands down.
It is love, it is acceptance, it is compassion.
It is goddess energy, it is sisterhood, it is support, it is a network, it is community.
Everybody is the strong friend. Everyone is very transparent, so open.
Feminism is, without a doubt, one of the greatest teams that I've ever been a part of, and I know that I'm changing lives, and you can too, so join us.
Oh, I love that video so much. Shout out again to the Femwinism Scholarship and Grant Fund. The donation link is down below. And just thank you to Femwinism for all that you do for women around the world.
Last but certainly not least, we have Daena, hailing from good old Nashville, Tennessee. She has an indie pop sound and draws influence from a variety of different artists, as can be heard on her new EP, Electric. It's an exciting compilation. Each song is a little different, but all come together to make a cohesive body of work. Definitely go check it out. It's streaming on all major platforms, and there's even a lyric video on YouTube for Close Isn't Enough. Take it away, Daena.
Hey guys, I'm Daena from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm so excited to be here at Live from the Artist Room today. I'm so pumped to be able to share my music with you today. Just like it was a real live show, which I'm sure we're all really missing right now. So, yeah, I'm just excited to play some originals for you. I'm going to start off with something off my new EP, and it's called Overrated. It's about hating cliche couples and then realizing you are one of them and being like, ugh. So, this is Overrated.
Saying that I hate cliches. Hold my hand in movies, oh, and by the way, don't you dare go trying to kiss me in the rain or pick me up, calling me baby. I roll my eyes at couples everywhere I go. I'll be the first to hang up on the telephone. Yeah, don't get me started on what love is, 'cause I really don't know. Oh, what have you done? Take off and run, 'cause I think you might be the one for me, oh baby, don't you even know that it's so overrated. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh, I can't take it. Tell me what you did to make me feel like this. I swear I'm not the type of girl to reminisce on what happened last night under your street light. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. You pick me up at 7, walk me to the car. I'm writing stupid love songs on an old guitar. We're talking about the future while you're pointing at a shooting star.
I'll be the one for me. Oh baby, don't you leave. I know that it's so overrated. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh, I can't take it, take it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh, what have you done? I wanna take off and run, 'cause I think you might be the one for me. Oh baby, don't you leave. I know that it's so overrated. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh, I can't take it, take it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I know that it's so overrated. Oh man, I really miss playing that live. I miss playing just anything live, really. But I am gonna play another one from my EP. Yeah, I released my EP in February. It now seems like 10 years ago that I did that, because time moves about 100 times slower in quarantine. But that's okay, because it's given me time to, you know, like sit on this music, and the break from playing it live, when I go back to it now, it's just so refreshing and it's so fun, and it reminds me why I made it in the first place. So this is called Give It To Me. It's a super tender, soft bop. I hope you enjoy. I can see it in your eyes. I know when you're hiding. The feeling you hold, the flood that you're fighting. And you don't let watching so far. This is so much fun. I am going to do something that's not released yet. It is in the works, so keep a lookout for that. I will be releasing it soon, very soon. But so far, this is still my little unreleased baby of a song that I love so much. And I know Pride Month is over, but for us queers, Pride Month is every month. So this song is about feeling rejected by the queer community for not being gay enough, which I know is not true. But this is, about the little voice in the back of your head. And it could be about anything too, saying you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not cool enough. But specifically, that's what this is about for me. But it's me reminding myself that that's not true. And I am perfect and made the way I am for a reason. And I am perfect the way I am. So this is called Bright Enough.
Been in love with the same girl since we were teenagers. Can't imagine my life without her. Didn't know I was proud till I found her. But every couple of months I'm afraid I made it up, not enough to be taken serious when I say this is serious, not a phase. Why is everybody trying to make me fit into the only way that they see? Hate me for the rules that I'm breaking. Is my flag bright enough? Am I waving it high enough? And am I on the outside of everyone? In the middle of downtown, getting lost in a big crowd, confetti on the dirty sidewalk, but the colors always wash off. Why is everybody trying to make me fit into the only way that they see? Hate me for the rules that I'm breaking. Is my flag bright enough? Am I waving it high enough? And am I on the outside of everyone? Can I be me and you be you? It could be simple if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll be me, let you be you. Oh, we'll love each other through. My flag's bright enough. I am waving it high enough. No, I'm not on the outside of anyone. Yeah, my flag's bright enough. I am waving it high enough. No, I'm not on the outside of anyone.
I cannot even explain how excited I am to release that song. But thank you guys for listening. This has been so much fun. I have one more song for you guys. And also, if you like what you heard, you can check me out on social media at Daena Music. It's Daena Music. Or on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. Just look me up. I'm Daena, Daena, to be difficult. And yeah, you can hear the song I'm about to play off of my Electric EP. And this is Close Isn't Enough. Thank you so much for having me and for listening and for giving me the space to share my music with you guys today.
I'm done with walking ladder, trying not to break us.
for finding comfort in the notion. And oh, it feels so far, free falling to the bottom of your heart. I don't want to lose you, but lately it's been tearing me apart. So close, but we don't touch. And we do it just to feel the rush. I stumbled on your face in a daydream. I tried to tell myself it was nothing, but you know I can't tell lies, and now I'm stuck. 'Cause close isn't enough. Oh, close isn't enough. Close isn't enough. Oh, close isn't enough. And just say our paths will cross, and just say our lives would touch, and just say we're almost there, but almost isn't enough. Almost isn't enough. So close, but we don't touch. Never thought I'd want you this much. I stumbled on your face in a daydream. I tried to tell myself it was nothing, but you know I can't tell lies, and now I'm stuck. 'Cause close isn't enough. Oh, close isn't enough. Close isn't enough. Oh, close isn't enough. You know I wanna be close to you, baby. Baby, baby. Do you wanna be close to me, baby? Baby, baby. You know I wanna be close to you, baby. Baby, baby. Do you wanna be close to me, baby? Baby, baby.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, see you soon.
Alrighty, and here we have with us next Daena. Thank you so much for your lovely performance. We enjoyed it so much. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for having me. I had so much fun doing the video.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for being a part of this with us. You know, we love seeing your room is so bright and like cheery and just matches your personality and your music and your energy. It was so much fun to watch you do that video. You can really tell that you were having fun with it, which I loved so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So how have you been holding up during this quarantine time? Has it been like a good time for you to create? Have you felt kind of, you know, lost? I mean, I've heard a lot of different things from different artists. What has your experience been like for you?
Yeah, you know, it's been a little bit of both. I think when quarantine first started, there was a lot of pressure to like use that time wisely to create and write.
Yeah.
So that was a little emotionally draining. But now it's gone on for a while. I've kind of gotten back in the groove of things, and I've kind of been writing more than ever, which is great.
Nice.
So I think it's kind of like any other time. I think, you know, we'll go through waves of being super creative and then feeling more drained. So it's just something you have to get used to, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's important to like allow yourself that space just to be like, you know what, I am feeling so many emotions. There's so much going on right now. I gotta just put it down. And it sounds like you've been able to do that while also like utilize it, you know, as like a resource for yourself, because I think that's also really important and a big reason why a lot of artists kind of just thrive and with their art and stuff too. It's just such like a great venue of self-expression.
100%. Yeah, I think it's important to be wary of burnout and kind of know your limits.
Yeah, you can't force creative process stuff because that just doesn't work ever.
Yep.
So when did you get your start with music, and when did you decide that you wanted to like seriously pursue it? Was it, you know, an easy decision? Was it something you were like from the get-go you knew what you wanted to do? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing music for basically as long as I can remember. I always loved to sing. I started taking piano lessons in like first grade.
Oh, wow.
And then when I was around like 14, I taught myself guitar. and started writing songs. So I think from that point on, music was always something that I was going to do in my life. I just didn't realize that I could like do that as my career. So up until almost like maybe junior year of high school, I was still looking at colleges to be like an elementary school teacher, like had my whole career planned out. And then I realized, I was like, oh, I could also do music as my career, and that would be like so much fun. So once I realized that, I really dove into songwriting in college, and then ever since then, it's just been something that I know I want to do every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, totally. So talking a little bit about your music, you have a lot of videos up on YouTube, and a lot of the covers you do are kind of in the pop music realm. Is that what you typically enjoy listening to? And like, who are some of your favorite artists? Tell us a little bit about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that my tastes lean more pop. I mean, I listen to a bunch of other types of music like rock and indie rock and stuff like that. But right now, I'm definitely influenced by pop. Muna is one of my favorite bands right now. Haim, their new album is incredible. Lennon Stella and Sigrid are also some of my favorite like pop acts right now. But then my inspirations can then like veer off. So like Carole King and Joni Mitchell, some of those classic singer-songwriters, also really influenced my lyrics and melodies and just overall songwriting. So it kind of is all over the map. But yeah, I'm super, super into like indie pop right now.
I felt like I really got that from your new EP. It was super exciting to hear you hear you sing about it. And just, it's like a very well encompassed EP. Can you tell us about the creative process and putting that EP together?
Yeah, definitely. And going off of, talking about different inspirations too, I think every song, like on the EP and in general, every song has its own story.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to grab from lots of different influences, even if you have like a specific sound. Like I felt like the Electric EP, it holds together as like a body of work, but also digging in, each song has a different sound too. But yeah, so the EP came out at the end of February or mid-February. Oh my God, it feels like so long ago at this point. It's great, but it's only been a few months.
Yeah.
And yeah, I put it together as the debut project for my pop project that I started last year. And I teamed up with a producer in town named Griggs. And I knew going into it that I wanted it to have this synth pop sound. And I'd never done anything like that before. So teaming up with him was amazing. And it was so cool to see my vision of the songs, like just from, written on guitar or piano, and then have them transform into this synth pop sound that I've been wanting to incorporate into my music for so long. Also been amazing to along the way find co-writers that I can have that experience with too, because I think that is how we open up and create the most meaningful art, is when you feel safe and when you feel comfortable enough to like share your story with your co-writers, and then feel comfortable enough to share that story then with your audience and with your listeners. So
in your video and kind of behind you right now, your room is filled with so much art and like different interesting pieces. Can you tell us about a little bit of the stuff you have up and like what it means to you or where you got it, that stuff? Yeah,
I was gonna take you.
Awesome.
If I can show you. Okay, can I flip my camera? Yes, I can. So it's still dark, but so I have a bunch of band posters, like from show posters. I have my pride flag.
Nice.
I love this one. This I got from a Mary Lambert show, and it's just the full lyrics to "She Keeps Me Warm." I love that song.
Nice.
I have my Vote Democrat sign. I have these are some John Green quotes and posters. I'm a huge fan. He's my favorite author. And then I have this Chuck Berry poster I got it when I was interning at this indie record label, Dual Tone, in town. And they used to print posters all the time. So I got this from them. And then this is one of my favorites. It's from the Soda Parlor.
and it's actually it's the original soda parlor from when it used to be in Marathon Village.
Okay.
And then yeah, I know you mentioned also
yeah, all those lanyards. Tell us about some of those.
Yeah, so okay, so some of them I will admit, some of them are my girlfriend's from when she worked on some live events.
That's okay.
So I've displayed those as well. But the other ones are mine. I have some from I work on a podcast and I've done some interviews at festivals. So I have from Nice Fest and Pilgrimage. And then I have one from last year I taught at this kids rock camp. So I have my lanyard from that too.
That's fun. It's nice to have, I mean, your art I'm sure has similar things, but it's nice to have those like tangible things from like events you go to that like just that little like card of plastic holds so much meaning and memories. And I have some of the same too and totally relate. Like just looking at it, waves of memories and emotions and feelings.
Exactly. And I'm such an emotional person. Like I've saved like all of my concert tickets from like middle school on.
That's awesome.
I got them from like my parents' house and like put them together in a scrapbook. And it starts with like 2007 with like me at the Jonas Brothers concert. But yeah, I'm such an emotional person with like objects and memories too. So yeah, I just hold on to that stuff.
So I'm curious to hear, what kind of advice would you have for like young aspiring artists, like seeing you like own your craft and succeeding and putting out music and doing all of the things that like young kids who don't think this could be like a real career like necessarily think of, and you know, just owning it and killing it? Like what advice would you give to those kids?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to just start doing it and start making music, even if it's not perfect at first. Just start releasing stuff. And also going along with that, you know, as you grow, don't be afraid to experiment with your sound and have your sound change. Because I know there's a lot of pressure to like stick with your brand once you've like branded yourself, which is crazy because like we're human beings, we're not like a company.
Right.
So don't be afraid to experiment with your sound, and you can change how your music sounds as you're growing too. So don't let that hold you back from putting out music.
Yeah, I think that's such an important point too, especially because in this like very highly like social media influenced age, like people feel like they have to have like an Instagram that's cohesive and and build that brand, but like it's such a good point as a human, like how is that like supposed to be feasible? We are like growing every day in so many ways.
Exactly.
It's crazy to me, and like interesting also how you see like big bands or like big like notable music acts, like they'll release a new album, people are like, well, this doesn't sound like you, like I don't know more. It's like, well, wait a sec. Do you expect the album 7 times? Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was 2 years ago, and I'm not that person anymore. Like
exactly.
Different version. So
yeah, if you want the old album, go listen to it. It's still there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and such a good important reminder just to stay true to yourself and own who you are too. And I get that from you and your music. It seems like you're proud to be Daena, and I love it, and you can feel it, and it's just this whole amazing package that's just filled with like all of those feelings and emotion, and awesome. I thank you so much for your great words. You know, I hope that
thank you
them and internalize them.
Yes, it's important to remind yourself like every day, like it's okay whoever you are today.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. So talking about that new EP and kind of upcoming projects and stuff, where can we go to keep up with you and your music and releases? Where's all that good stuff hanging out?
Yeah. So you can follow me on social media at Daena Music, and it's Daena Music. Or if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you listen, you can find me by just searching Daena, Daena, and my electric EP is out in the world.
Woohoo! So excited. Everyone needs to go listen to it. Great stuff. I'm excited to see what comes next for you and how you evolve and change as an artist and just own your journey. I'm stoked to see it all. Thank you so much for being with us today, Daena. I really enjoyed talking.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Absolutely. Take care.
Thank you so much, Daena, for your super fun set and music. I just loved how we were able to see some of the little details in your room, and we got more insight into your life.
And I really loved how we were able to talk about being an artist and ever-evolving sounds. You know, as artists, we're not tied to just one thing, and it's important to continue to test the boundaries of our art and share what we're feeling. So please go tip this artist. She's working really hard. Go check out her new EP. It's awesome. We know you guys are going to love it. Streaming on all platforms. Electric by Daena.
So thank you all so much for joining us today. It was super fun. Thank you to Femwinism, our partner, for all of the work that you do for women around the world. And be sure to follow and stream our artists today, Sam Johnston, Moon Magic, and Daena. We know that they will love your support.
We will be having another Live from the Artist Room in 2 weeks on September 12th. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram so you don't miss out hearing from more amazing women.
Yeah. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Sing that shit.